Very good morning, children. Let us continue with the continuity topic. We have learned how to check whether given individual polynomial rational function is continuous or discontinuous. Now, let us learn the algebra of functions. Okay, so we'll be learning algebra of functions, whether they are continuous or not. Okay. Suppose I have a function f of x. I have a function f of x which is continuous. I have g of x which is also continuous. There are two functions given to me. Both are individually continuous. Then what about addition of those functions? Will that be continuous? What about subtraction of those functions? Will that be continuous? What about multiplication of those functions? And what about division of those functions? So, if two individual functions are continuous, then their addition is also continuous. Again, subtraction is also continuous. Multiplication is also continuous and division is also continuous. Okay, except at denominator equal to 0. Is it clear? Yes. So nothing will change. Sums remains the same. Only have write here g of x not equal to 0. At this point, function will be discontinuous. Rest everywhere function will be continuous. Okay. And let's move on to few sums now. Also, f of g of x, that is f of g or g of f, is also continuous provided f and g are continuous. Provided f and g are continuous. Okay. Let's take question number 18 now from a textbook. They have given that for what value of lambda your f of x less than equal to 0 is equal to 4x plus 1 is continuous at x equal to 0. Means what should be the value of lambda so that function is continuous at x equal to 0. So I'll write, since f is continuous at x equal to 0, I should say that f of 0 is limit x tends to 0 minus f of x is equal to limit x tends to 0 plus f of x. The left hand limit, the right hand limit, and the value at it should be same. Am I right? So what will I get? This is given to me limit x tends to 0 minus means x less than 0. So lambda x square minus 2x. This will become limit x tends to 0 4x plus 1. There is no denominator, so I can directly put the limit. So lambda ये हो जाएगा 0. Now this will become 0. 0 is equal to 1, which is not possible. It means if I say function is continuous at x equal to 0, there is no value of lambda for which I can say that function is continuous at x equal to 0. Is it clear? Because I am getting this left side as 0, right side as 1. So we cannot have any lambda for x equal to 0. Now they are saying, what about the continuity at x equal to 1? So I want to talk about x equal to 1. So 1 के लिए क्या आएगा? This one, it is 4x plus 1, correct, is equal to f of 1. So if you say we are least bothered because यहाँ पर लैम्बडा आ ही नहीं रहा है, so 4 plus 1 5 is equal to f of 1. There is no lambda, so we are least bothered. What is the value of lambda? So at x equal to 1, it is continuous for every value of lambda because lambda यहाँ पर है ही नहीं. We will never talk about this function for x greater than 1. Okay, so it is continuous for every possible value of lambda for x equal to 1. Okay. Next, one of the very good question. You have to show that g of x defined by x minus greatest integer is discontinuous at all integral points. Okay. Now say it is a mix of two functions. I can write this as x as f of x and this as h of x. Correct? Difference of two functions. Let us talk about f of x. F of x is continuous since it is a polynomial. It is continuous for every x belongs to real. F of x equal to x क्या आएगा? Straight line. It is continuous everywhere for every possible value of x. ठीक है? But when I talk about h of x as greatest integer of x, if you see the graph will come like this. 0 to 1 के लिए 0 आएगा, 1 to 2 के लिए 1 आएगा, 2 to 3 के लिए 3 आएगा. So see, if you cannot draw the graph with one stroke, you have to take many breaks. And where you are taking break? You are taking break whenever this number becomes integer. Decimal के लिए तो आंसर है. जब जब नंबर इंटीजर बन रहा है, I have to take a break. See, it is jumping here and there. So whenever x becomes an integer, it gives me a break. Means at every integer, the greatest integer is discontinuous. So it is discontinuous when x belongs to z. When x belongs to a proper number, may it be positive or negative, the graph breaks, and at those points the greatest integer becomes discontinuous. So देखो ये continuous है, ये discontinuous है, तो क्या आएगा? Therefore g of x is discontinuous at all integral values of x. At all integral values of x. Understood? Okay. Now we move on to the next sum. Discuss the continuity of the following. Next sum, children. Question number 21. Discuss the continuity of the following functions. I will not write the steps. I will explain you orally. That is sin x plus cos x. Second है sin x minus cos x. Third है sin x cos x. So if you see, we know that sin x continuous है, cos x भी continuous है. We will write since sin x continuous for every possible value of r, cos x continuous for every possible value in r. Therefore, our property sin plus cos is continuous. Sin minus cos is continuous, and sin x cos x is also continuous. Okay. Then we have find the all points of discontinuity for f of x as sin x upon x for x less than 0, and it is x plus 1, x greater than or equal to 0. I need to check at what all points function is discontinuous. So I'll just check at limit x tends to 0 minus. 0 minus के लिए क्या आएगा? Sin x upon x. We know the formula that sin x upon x कितना होता है? 1. Correct? In limits we have learned. Then x tends to 0 plus क्या आएगा? X plus 1. Again that is 1. Since both are equal, the function is continuous everywhere. Okay? Clear? Yes or no? Let's check the answer. 23. Are you getting it? Again, you can think about this as polynomial, and you can do individual functions also if you want. Numerator upon denominator करके भी कर सकते हो. Okay? So there is no point of discontinuity. Next, one of the very good sum. You all had doubts also in this. This x not equal to 0. It is 0 if x equal to 0. So now see, before taking limit, there is a big problem. I have 1 upon x, but we know that sine theta, whatever may be the theta, sine theta should always lie between 1 and -1, correct? साइन थीटा का जो आंसर होता है -1 और 1 के बीच में लाई करेगा, बिकॉज साइन थीटा इज पॉसिबल फॉर एवरी रियल वैल्यू. एम आई राइट? करेक्ट. बट व्हाट आई वांट x square, so I'll multiply by x square on both sides, so minus x square, sorry, x square sin of 1 by x square. ठीक है. Now I want to take limit on all sides for x not equal to 0. So minus limit x tends to 0, x square, limit x tends to 0, x square sin of 1 upon x less than equal to limit x tends to 0, x square. इसी का आंसर निकालना था मुझे. ये 0 आएगा, ये भी 0 आएगा. That is limit is fluctuating between 0 and 0. Therefore, I can say x square sin of 1 by x is 0, which is f of 0. Therefore, the function is continuous. Therefore, what can I say? The function is continuous. Next, we have to find k if the function is continuous at x equal to pi by 2. If the function is continuous at x equals pi by 2. Okay. Now first statement will be, since function is continuous, since f is continuous at x equals pi by 2, I can write f of pi by 2 is nothing but limit x tends to pi by 2 k cos x upon pi minus 2x. ठीक है. Just look at it. We have only formula for sin x upon x. यहाँ पर क्या आ रहा है? cos x. So I try to convert that cos into sin. कैसे? Let's see. ये 3 होगा. k constant है, बाहर आएगा. I will purposely take 2 common from denominator. तो k by 2 ये हो जाएगा pi by 2 minus x. क्या हो जाएगा? Pi by 2 minus x, and cos theta can be written as sin pi by 2 minus theta. Cos theta can be written as sin pi by 2 minus theta. तो ये क्या हो गया? देखो, sin x upon x. Sin x upon x कितना होता है? 1. So it becomes 3 equal to k by 2. Therefore मेरा k कितना आया? 6. I got the value of k as 6. Similarly, you solve the remaining sums. I will be solving question number 32. You have to talk about mod of cos x. Mod of cos x. तो देखो, इसमें भी 2 फंक्शन छुपे हुए हैं. एक फंक्शन है, I can say g of x as cos x. एक फंक्शन cos x का है, एक फंक्शन mod x का है. एक cos x का, एक mod x का. cos x तो मुझे पता है कंटिन्यूअस एवरीवेयर, mod x भी मुझे पता है कंटिन्यूअस एवरीवेयर. ये दोनों का ग्राफ ब्रेक नहीं होता है. सो व्हाट कैन आई से f of x? कैन आई से f of x as h of g of x? करेक्ट? यस, दिस कैन बी रिटन एज h of g of x, है ना. ये mod of g of x है ना. तो mod क्या है? h. तो h of g of x, that is HOG. What it is? Composite function. What I told you but last time, if individual functions are continuous, composite functions are also continuous. So here this function is continuous. Okay, next sum which is asked in your board exams. F of x is sin a plus 1x plus 2 sin x upon x, x less than 0. It is 2 for x equal to 0 and is root 1 plus bx minus 1 upon x, x greater than 0. function is continuous at x equal to 0, find a and b. Now such type of sum has been asked in JEE Mains 3-4 times. Again, since f is continuous at x equal to 0, I can write f of 0 minus f of x and 0 plus f of x. Am I right? Yes? Okay. Now substitute the values and take one at a time. f of 0 कितना दिया है मुझे? 2. So I'll say 2 is equal to limit x tends to 0 minus के लिए क्या आएगा? ये function. So sin a plus 1x plus 2 sin x upon x. We know that sin x upon x 1 होता है, तो इसको ऐसे लिखेंगे, ये हो जाएगा sin a plus 1 upon x plus 2 sin x upon x. ये तो 1 हो गया. इसमें जो x का कोएफिशिएंट है वही आपका आंसर आएगा. क्या x का कोएफिशिएंट? a plus 1. तो ये हो जाएगा 2 is equal to a plus 1 plus 2. तो a कितना है आपका? minus 1. What is the value of a you're getting? minus 1. So a is equal to minus 1. ठीक है. ना ये और ये पार्ट लेंगे, that is 2 is equal to limit x tends to 0 plus root of 1 plus bx minus 1 upon x. ठीक है. rationalize करना पड़ेगा, there is no choice. So limit, whenever the variable is under root sign in limits, you have to rationalize. If you rationalize, you get somewhat like this: x 1 plus bx plus 1. ठीक है. तो ये 1 cancel, then ये x भी cancel. So 2 is equal to limit x tends to 0 1 upon 1 plus bx plus 1. Now substitute the value of x as 0. क्या आएगा? 2 is equal to 1 upon 1 plus b plus 1. Cross multiply करो. 1 plus b plus 1 is equal to half. That is 1 plus b is equal to minus half. Squaring on both sides. So 1 by 4. b आएगा how much? Just check I have not done any mistake. Plus bx minus 1 plus b is left na, sorry. Yeah, this will go here, you know, b by 2 b square by 4 है ना. तो क्या आएगा? b square minus 4b minus 1 equal to 0. Factorize it and get the value of b. Just check I have not done any calculation. Mistake किया है, sorry. ये plus 1 is equal to b by 2. So the 1 minus b by 2 is equal to minus 1 plus b. Now squaring on both sides. So 1 minus b by 2 the whole square. 1 plus b. Now you try to solve, you will get the answer. Okay. It was very good sum. Many times it has been asked in your JEE Mains also. Then we have next sum. Find all points of discontinuity. Find all points of discontinuity for f of x as mod x plus 3, x less than equal to minus 3, minus 2x, minus 3, sorry, 3, and equal to 6x plus 2, x greater than equal to 3. ठीक है. All functions are polynomial functions, so they are by default continuous. all functions polynomial है, continuous है. What is my next task? I need to check at the boundaries. That is limit x tends to -3 minus. तो -3 माइनस लिया तो f of x क्या आएगा? ये that is mod x plus 3. तो x का वैल्यू कितना है? -3. तो -3 plus 3 कितना आएगा? 6. Correct? Then we have limit x tends to -3 plus. -3 plus के लिए फंक्शन क्या आएगा? -2x. सब्स्टिट्यूट करो -3 तो ये भी आएगा 6. Both are equal. Therefore I can say f is continuous at x equals -3. यहाँ पर चेक करना होता है. सेकेंड टास्क इज चेक here now, है ना? लिमिट x टेंड्स टू 3 प्लस. 3 प्लस के लिए क्या आएगा? 6x plus 2. तो 18 plus 2 20. Then limit x tends to 3 माइनस के लिए क्या आएगा? -2x. That is -6. That is limit x tends to 3 plus f of x is not equal to limit x tends to 3 minus f of x. Therefore, f is discontinuous at x equal to 3. It means this function is continuous everywhere except at x equal to 3. Okay. Okay. Next sum, children. One of the very good sum. Find the values of a and b such that x less than 4, x equal to 4, x greater than 4 is continuous at x equal to 4. You have to find a and b. You have to find a and b if function is continuous. So I'll write since f is continuous at x equal to 4, so I can say f of 4 is equal to limit x tends to 4 minus f of x is equal to limit x tends to 4 plus f of x. ठीक है, दो एक साथ लेंगे. What is f of 4? a plus b. अब limit x tends to 4 minus 4 minus लिया तो I'll take this x minus 4 upon x minus 4 का मॉड्यूलस प्लस a. now देखो x tends to 4 minus का मतलब है x 4 से कम है. अगर x 4 से कम है तो ये माइनस आ जाएगा. that is a plus b. ये हो जाएगा x minus 4, सॉरी लिमिट 4 माइनस है x लेस देन 4 की वजह से ये हो जाएगा माइनस ऑफ x माइनस 4 प्लस a. ठीक है, तो ये और ये कट, a और a कट. देयरफॉर आई गेट द वैल्यू ऑफ b एज -1. क्या मिला? b -1. अगेन f of 4 can be written as limit x tends to 4 plus f of x. That is a plus b. क्या आएगा? लिमिट x tends to 4 plus मतलब x 4 से बड़ा. in this one so x minus 4 upon x minus 4 plus b. b और b कट, x 4 से बड़ा है तो ये x minus 4 ही आएगा, फिर कट हो जाएगा. so I'll get a as 1. therefore a is 1 and b is -1. Is it clear? So very good sum. Now next we have just a moment. Next, discuss the continuity of the function defined as mod x less than equal to 1, mod x greater than 1. Have to check the continuity at x equal to 1. तो क्या करेंगे, पहले लेफ्ट हैंड लिमिट लेंगे, सो x टेंड्स टू 1 माइनस लिया तो क्या आएगा 2 प्लस स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ 1 माइनस एक्स स्क्वायर. अभी मॉड है और ऊपर से स्क्वायर है, इट डजंट मैटर, आई विल सॉल्व इट डायरेक्टली. क्या आएगा 2 प्लस एक्स की वैल्यू कितनी होगी 1, सो 1 माइनस 1 0. सो लेफ्ट हैंड लिमिट कितना आया 2. नाउ फाइंड द राइट हैंड लिमिट. x पॉजिटिव है तो ये भले नेगेटिव हो जाए, इसका स्क्वायर क्या आएगा पॉजिटिव आएगा. सो अगेन मॉड x को बाइफरकेट करने की जरूरत नहीं है, बिकॉज बाय डिफॉल्ट स्क्वायर है तो आंसर पॉजिटिव आना है. 2 e raised to 1 minus x the whole square. करेक्ट. डिनोमिनेटर नहीं है तो x की वैल्यू 1, 1 minus 1 0, e raised to 0 1, 1 into 2 2. From 1 and 2 function is continuous at x equals 1. Function is continuous at x equals 1. Understood? Next, show that the function f of x is equal to e raised to 1 by x minus 1 and upon plus 1 and is 0, x equal to 0. You have to show that function is discontinuous. क्या बताना है, फंक्शन discontinuous है. तो मैं क्या करूंगा, I'll take limit x tends to 0 minus. Now why I am taking 0 minus? Because 1 upon x का graph it changes on the left side and on the right side. Again it's a special function, so I have to differentiate the limit into two parts. तो 0 माइनस के लिए आएगा e raised to 1 by x minus 1. I'll say let, since 0 माइनस बोला है तो x 0 से कम आएगा. कितना कम, h. x tends to 0 माइनस है मतलब x 0 से कम आएगा, तो 0 माइनस h लिखा. Now as x tends to 0, therefore h tends to be क्या आएगा 0. x 0 को टेंड कर रहा है तो h भी 0 को टेंड करेगा. तो मेरा क्वेश्चन हो जाएगा लिमिट h टेंड्स टू 0 e रेज टू 1 by x. x कितना है 0 माइनस h. x कितना है 0 माइनस h प्लस 1. ठीक है. सो इट बिकम्स लिमिट h टेंड्स टू 0 e रेज टू माइनस 1 by h माइनस 1 e रेज टू माइनस 1 by h प्लस 1. ठीक है. तो e रेज टू माइनस इंफिनिटी, h को 0 पुट करेंगे तो क्या आएगा e रेज टू माइनस इंफिनिटी. e रेज टू माइनस इंफिनिटी होता है 0, ये इंफिनिटी हो गया ना. e रेज टू माइनस इंफिनिटी 0, 0 माइनस 1, 0 प्लस 1. कितना आंसर आ रहा है माइनस 1. कितना आंसर आ रहा है माइनस 1. तो लेफ्ट हैंड लिमिट माइनस 1 आ रहा है. ओके. सो आई गॉट लेफ्ट हैंड लिमिट एज माइनस 1. अभी राइट हैंड लिमिट लेते हैं. तो लिमिट x टेंड्स टू 0 प्लस फंक्शन सेम आएगा. अब x टेंड्स टू 0 प्लस का मतलब क्या होता है, x 0 से बड़ा है. लेट अस से x इक्वल टू 0 प्लस h. नाउ एज x टेंड्स टू 0 h टेंड्स टू 0 आएगा. तो क्या हो जाएगा लिमिट h टेंड्स टू 0 e raised to 1 by h minus 1 e raised to 1 by h minus 1 plus 1. ठीक है. अभी 0 है तो e raised to infinity क्या होता है 1 upon 0 is infinity. 1 upon 0 is infinity. So e raised to infinity don't know what is the value of e raised to infinity. Infinity आएगा and limit का आंसर infinity हो नहीं सकता. So what I will do, I'll divide the numerator and denominator by e raised to 1 by h. ठीक है, तो ये हो जाएगा 1 माइनस e raised to minus 1 by h, 1 plus e raised to minus 1 by h. I know what is e raised to minus infinity? 0. इसका आंसर भी 0 आएगा, इसका भी 0 आएगा. So it becomes 1 minus 0, 1 plus 0. तो कितना आ रहा है? 1. तो मेरा राइट हैंड लिमिट 1 आ रहा है, मेरा लेफ्ट हैंड लिमिट -1 आ रहा है. This shows that function is discontinuous at x equal to 0. Again, why I have differentiated into two limits? Because e raised to a graph changes at x, right side of x and at left side of x. क्योंकि x पॉजिटिव रहेगा तो इंक्रीजिंग आएगा, x नेगेटिव रहेगा तो डिक्रीजिंग आएगा. Okay? Is it clear? It was very important sum from an exam point of view. Okay?